I don't know what's going on. I hope my audio is okay. I feel like, let me know if you're here and the audio is okay, because I didn't have audio connected at all. So we'll see. It's not something, I'll just let you know right from the start, it's not something that I'm panicking about. As you see, the markets hit lower lows. I have a lot of people reaching out to me, whether it's family members or friends, that are saying crypto is just not looking like it used to, which is crazy to say, honestly, super crazy to say, because it's a "what have you done for me lately" type of moment. It seems like the world has always been like that, especially around investing. It's always "what have you done for me lately," and yeah, I mean, crypto is no exception. It's just funny. But give me a second. Let me put my BTCC in the chat. Da, 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 da. So during this time, what I typically do is I am, investing in like leverage trading and finding low levels to buy in to find higher, prices, to find higher gains. Obviously not crazy gains. Like I'm not putting thousands upon thousands of dollars into leverage trading, but what I am doing is maybe a couple of hundred, maybe a few hundred, and looking for a few trades to gain me a couple or a few hundred, maybe even more than that. Especially as you see more longer term, you can gain a lot more. So more recently, I was able to gain about $300 in leverage trading in BTCC from an XRP trade. I did gain about 700 before that. So total that I made within, like, let's say the last 2 weeks is a good thousand. I made a little bit more as well. I think it might be 1,500, 1,600 or so. I did the Ethereum that I had, that was $200 that I invested into it. That did get liquidated, so you can take that away from the total. So let's say it's about 1,400. And also the CRO that I put in, which I'm looking for another CRO position as of right now at a level of 7 cents. We'll see how that plays out. But right now, I have another leverage trade that I put through for about $100 that I had there. Remember, I have a good amount in profit that I can play with. Obviously, don't want to risk it all, but I do want to find low levels to be able to profit from in the future. But if this sell-off continues, it's not going to be something that feels great as you are, holding these leverage trading positions. But anyways, guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, if you guys are interested in joining this platform, it is a platform where you can do up to 500x leverage. You can you can get a 10% deposit bonus, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055, as well as 40% lower trading fees. And this platform has been around for a long time. They offer you so much, where you can do live trading, you can do demo trading so that you don't have to trade with real money. You can just practice. And then also, you'll get the extra stuff on top of it, where you can look at the great charting using TradingView, the backing of TradingView. So if you like TradingView and all the things that it offers, you'll be able to get that. And you'll be able to trade outright. You can also trade a very low leverage of like 2x leverage if you want to, or don't trade leverage at all. You can hold outright. So it's just interesting. It's a great platform that I've been utilizing for 5 months now, and it's been nothing but great. I've been able to gain quite a bit from it, and have sent that money. Anything that I've gained, I typically some things that I'll gain, I'll take a percentage and leave it in there, but everything else I'll throw over into the stock market, into my dividend account. So that's something that I'm looking to grow as well. But anyways, feel free to check out the link, BTCC, down below. Let's go and look at the markets really quick. Actually, let's give some people the time to get in here. We got about 81 people, and we'll say our good mornings and see what people are saying, and then we'll dive into where the market is. It's going lower. I bet the best time to buy is today. I mean, the best time to buy is anytime it's lower than your cost basis, honestly. Trump dump. I hope this is the bottom. I've been buying every every couple of drops, that's good. If you're buying on the drops, it's great. Know that we're going to see those, and it's fantastic to have a plan to buy at those levels. Let's see. I hope this. Just read that. And then buying the dip. They say felt like buying the dip a month ago, and now it feels like throwing money into a wishing well. That's one way to put it. I don't think it's about throwing it into a wishing well. That's pretty funny though. I think it's definitely continuing to buy the dip. You never know how low it's going to be because the market is still speculative, right? It's not something that is 100% backed by traditionalists. If it was, we would have all-encompassing ETFs. Right now, we only have Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. If we had more and more ETFs and more sectors that are covered, yes, we can look at it and go, we see more consistency in the markets. But that's not where we stand right now. It's a market that is kind of, I wouldn't say beginning stages, but definitely beginning or at least still early stages of being accepted, if that makes sense. So I'm not worried about it. How much will a kidney do? What? That's when people start buying when everybody's crying. Yeah, I mean, that's a saying right there. Never heard that saying, but that should be. This guy's got bars. Buying dips, dip. Why do crypto bros use spyware, aka Google Chrome? Why do I use Google Chrome? I mean, I like Google Chrome. It's great. Um, I don't know about crypto bros using you know, Google Chrome. I just use it because it's convenient and something I like. XRP is definitely going to get to the moon. I am Dutch, and that has a different meaning over here. What, going to the moon has a different meaning? I, I don't know if that's a joke. If it is, I don't really get it, but I appreciate it. Um, a crypto a wishing well, make a wish. Um, it's a like decentralized cybersecurity coin. A Litecoin, Avalanche, any good? Is Litecoin and Avalanche any good? I just made a video on Litecoin and why it's great. Avalanche, I have a decent amount of Avalanche as well. Big fan of that. I don't know how much I have in my Ledger wallet, but I do have a significant amount to sit forever. But then I have a lot over in my Coinbase account as well. So yeah, I like both of those. Definitely more utility-based projects rather than like meme coins or just brief popular coins. Just from looking at the daily chart, I'd say I'll hold off on buying XRP until it drops to about $1.77. Once it sweeps the February 3rd low, that's the time to buy. Are we going to see a double touch point at those levels? I think anytime below your cost basis is not a bad time to buy if you believe in it above your cost basis. Now, obviously, you want to try and buy at the lowest point, but you can't 100% predict that these are going to get to these levels. That definitely shows where people have held off from buying and they've missed opportunities. I've seen many people that said, look, I'm waiting for it to go back down to sub 40 cents. And, it never went back down to sub 40 cents. And they ended up missing out on the huge opportunity of going from, 45 or 50 cents all the way up to $3.40. They missed out on that huge opportunity to see those gains. And even just to see it get to where it is right now still would have been a massive gain from those levels, but they missed that opportunity. I'm not saying that you physically have to buy right now. If it is below your cost basis, if it is a low level that you're like, yeah, you know what, I can accept this and I can, look to gain so much more off of what I'm investing here right now, then do that, right? I don't want anybody to lose out on an opportunity and then start buying a lot higher. because I've also seen those people that have missed that opportunity see videos where people are very confident, kind of like me. I'm very confident in where XRP is going, and then they'll buy at a level, instead of buying at 50 cents, they then bought at $2. And it's like, if you held off because you didn't want to buy until it got to 40 or sub 40 cents, why would you now decide to buy at $2? Because that completely goes against your plan, right? Yes, you're waiting for a pullback and you get that pullback, but you messed up your plan and now you have to, redo that plan. Hey Matt, is that bull run over? No, the bull run's not over. The bull run is still, you're still within the bull run. You still see the consistency, the uptrend, not only on Bitcoin, but many other things as well. We just haven't seen altcoin season happen, right? Which everybody's waiting around for altcoin season to happen. And that's where things could get a little bit dangerous, right? Because if we see people are just waiting for altcoin season to happen rather than doing something, right? Seeing the investments that's going on in altcoin season, or seeing the investments to create altcoin season, it ends up being a little bit dangerous to where now the questions come, are we even going to see altcoin season? Because if everybody's doing the same thing, and it's all based on those people that are doing it, if everybody's doing the same thing and they're just waiting for it to happen, are we ever going to see it take off? Are we ever going to see that inflow of cash into things like an XRP, things like an Avalanche, like an Ethereum or whatever? Those are the questions that I definitely get, and I believe altcoin season's going to happen, and a lot of this negativity is kind of weeding out the people that were just kind of waiting it out and waiting for the best thing possible for them to happen. And maybe they invested a little bit late and they're like, I want to see Ethereum go to $10,000. And it's like, you're not prepared for that because you didn't go through all of the hard times. You didn't go through the bear market where Ethereum is at $800. You didn't go through the bear market where, Bitcoin is at 16, 17,000 or whatever. You didn't go through that. You're just waiting for the peak benefits. And if you didn't go through that and you're buying at a high level, once you see that negativity, it doesn't feel great. So then they start to continue to sell, which creates more sell-offs as well as liquidation. So I truly believe that altcoin season is going to happen. It just may be definitely delayed based on tax season, based on some of these later investors that don't really have the heart to stick it out, if that makes sense. What happens to all the money that gets liquidated? It goes to the exchange. What do they do with it? So what happens to all the money that gets liquidated? So when people lose money, let's say you invest into something, right? There's always a buyer and a seller. There's always a winner and a loser, right? Whether they're shorting the position or whether they're buying the position. So if you're leverage trading, and let's say you had a 10x leverage or whatever, and you lost your $100, the money that they lost, it's not going to the exchange, right? The exchange ends up getting money from the fees that they charge you for doing that leverage trade, and they'll also get fees on the gains if you have any gains that are there. But once you lose a certain amount, the exchange, all it does is protect its own money. It's not getting the money that you lost. It's just like if you decide to go and trade something, you lost money, you are the loser in that situation, and the winner is maybe the shorter, right? Or if it's the opposite way, the winner is the buyer, right? So it's definitely difficult to understand, and you think that the exchange is gaining so much out of that. They're not, right? They're literally just protecting their own initial investment. So once they front you the money, they want to make sure that they protect to get their money back. So if your position gets liquidated, and the reason why it got liquidated is because they are protecting their own money from the exchange. If it didn't get liquidated, then that means the exchange would then be liable to to end up losing in that situation, just like you lost based on your trade. Hopefully that makes sense. But the exchange really doesn't risk hardly anything as they're going through a leverage trade, because they're just protecting their money, but they're giving you the opportunity to make more money if you make the right decision. Anyways, let's look at where the markets are right now. We have 150 people that are here. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. It does help out the channel, helps out growth, all that stuff. So feel free to do that. Also, if you want to leverage trade, check out my link for BTCC, which is down below. It's a platform where you can get a 10% deposit bonus, as well as extra bonuses and 500x leverage if you want to. But make sure you know what you're doing. I don't want you to just throw money in a place and not understand what you're risking, as well as setting a stop loss. Just all of the above. So anyways, where the markets stand, it's crazy to see it not only below a $3 trillion market cap, but significantly below a $3 trillion market cap. It's down by 8% in the last 24 hours, $2.62 trillion market cap overall. And you're going to see that Bitcoin dominance is still at about 60%. In order to see altcoin season, we typically are looking for, lower percentages to continue that percentage to drop, not only by 0.29%, but see that percentage drop by 5% or, 3, 4, 5% or something like that, not per day, but maybe per week. And then start to get to a comfortable level where Bitcoin dominance is at 30% or 40%. But seeing it at 60% is showing that it's still a Bitcoin dominant market, which means altcoin season is just not here. And we're not seeing that strength everywhere else. And we can see that as we see many things that are falling, right? Bitcoin down by 7 or 8%, which is still significant, down below $80,000. But then seeing Ethereum down by 10.4%, significantly more than what Ethereum is down. Not by dollar figure, but definitely by percentage. Seeing Ethereum at $2,122.38 is eye-opening, and I would love to have the money to buy more Ethereum because it would definitely create, for me, more of a long-term outlook on it, because I currently have 5 Ethereum. I would like to have 10, but yeah, I'm not set up for that right now because I still am going through my taxes, and I have to pay my taxes or our taxes, and yeah, I'm still going through that. So hopefully I can get to a point where Ethereum is below 2,000. I could buy 5 more and spend less than $10,000 on 5 Ethereum. XRP is down by 9%, closing in on that sub $2 level, but still at 170 or 117 billion dollar market cap, with $7.6 billion worth of volume. BNB is down by 7%. Solana is down by 7%. You see Dogecoin down by 11%, down to 18 cents. Pretty crazy to see that again. Litecoin down by about 10%. Chainlink down by about 12%. Avalanche back down to $21 is crazy. I think this is very close to my cost basis, I want to say. Let me go ahead and check really quick. I believe it's close to my cost basis. I may be wrong. Actually, it's below my cost basis, because my cost basis is around $25. So $21 is definitely a lower level where I could purchase quite a bit more if I wanted to. But again, I need to pay taxes, so I'm worried about that before I decide to throw more money in on anything. I didn't put any money in the stock market right now. I didn't put any new money into the crypto market, and I just gotta finish the taxes first, and then I can figure out how much I have left to put into investments. Let's see some things that are down the most within the top 100. You got TAO that's down by 16%, Official Trump that's down by 15% as well to a $2.2 billion market cap. Sonic, that's down by 14%, Radium 14%, Little Dow about 14% as well. Caspa down to 7 cents, 7.5 cents. That's crazy. That's a low level for Caspa. And I see, Caspa hitting a level of $1 within the altcoin season whenever that does happen. Maybe even more than that as time goes on. But seeing it at 7.5 cents is crazy. Crazy good opportunity, I would say. Pepe down by 12% as well. Chainlink 12%, Dogecoin 11%. Bonk down by 10.5%. Ethereum 10%. XLM is down by 10%. Shiba Inu 10%. Litecoin 10%. So the markets are definitely seeing a lot of negativity, down by an average, I would say here, of 10%, at least for the top 100. Overall 8% that it's down. Insane to see. I've had so many people that have reached out to me and said, what's going on, or asked me the questions like, what's going on with crypto right now? Crypto doesn't look good. And I'm just like, look, it creates an opportunity for a lot of people. The opportunity to believe in crypto, as well as to find opportunity to make money within these low levels. Not only to dollar cost average in, but maybe some leverage trading here and there. Find an opportunity, read the charts and see what you can find. So that's something that I look at. I don't panic during these times, because I know that majority of the things that I am invested into are more for the long term. And then the things that I'm looking for short-term gains are meme coins that are going to run in this altcoin season and be able to profit from during this altcoin season. So yeah, I'm 50x leverage on LUNC. For right now, that's actually not a bad idea, because I can get Terra Luna Classic over on BTCC. I believe I can get Terra Luna Classic on BTCC. So that's not a bad play, especially where Terra Luna Classic is. I feel like there's a lot of upside. I probably wouldn't. I mean, it is very, very low, comparable to where it has been, in the past. I gotta auto adjust this. Where it has been in the past, I think the lowest point that we saw, this is February 2nd, that was down to 4 zeros and a 4.5. Not saying that's a 50x leverage level for me, but maybe a 10x, 10 or 15, to see how that plays out, and end up doing a very small amount, 4%, like about $50, which wouldn't be crazy, but would still give me an opportunity to gain quite a bit short term, as well as what I can gain within LUNC in the long term. Because I still have my Terra Luna Classic and Kraken, so that's probably not a bad idea at all. I do have to add, because that's a 10x leverage, so I'm going to need 10% if I'm going to. It's going to be less than that, I guess. 9%. Huh, did I do? Oh, I did a 15x leverage, so it's going to be 8% or something like that. So, we'll do 7.5. 7.5 is exactly it. All right, so I'll do 7.5%, which means that if it gets down to 0.000059, it currently is at 6.3, which definitely can happen. I would lose the $50 that I did put in there, but I am surviving or living to fight another day, because I could leave it in there and just wait for the larger liquidation. Like what they end up doing is saying the estimated liquidation would be a lot lower, and that's because I have a total balance of $1,365, right? So they could go into my balance with a cross leverage rather than an isolated leverage. So I have to set a stop loss. But if I wanted to look at a take profit and be able to add a take profit, and I was looking at the trigger price, and this price gets to 0.01, that's not going to work, 0.01. We're looking at $108,000 off of a $50 investment. Now, that's only if it does get to 1 cent. Obviously, even if it gets to, taking away 2 zeros at this moment, it would still be $10,000 off a $50 investment. That would be great, but that's also that's a long wait. right? If you could see it happen within this next year, fantastic. But does that mean that it can't potentially go lower? It could, right? So I'll set this up, see how that works, and I'll probably put through maybe one more leverage trade at like $50 because I don't want to risk the entire thing, not knowing if things are going to fall down even more as we look at February 2nd to February 3rd and how far that has fallen down to 0.00004. Yeah, I want to leave some room for what could be because this is the lowest level we saw in February, 25th. But obviously, seeing some of these low levels here of February 6th and then February 2nd to 3rd. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, if you guys want to, leverage trade or do something, I recommend, BTCC, great platform. However, if you are going to trade with it, make sure you are setting stop losses because everything that you trade is a cross leverage, meaning that they can dig into your account that you have. So if you have 1,500 that's sitting there and you only invest $50, they can continue to dig into that USDC or USDT or whatever it is in order to kind of fund the leverage trade that you have to make sure it stays alive. So make sure you're setting a stop loss and accept your loss when it gets to that point. You live to fight another day. You can make another investment when you see a lower spot. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Patreon and we can talk about that. Down 40% of my portfolio. I don't even know what my portfolio is down today. If I did look at it, why is that cat in the background sitting on my beanbag chair? Ever since we got that beanbag chair, this cat has laid on this beanbag chair. Like every day, every time that I come down here, she's just laying on it. And I know it's comfortable. I sat on it. The kids sit on it all the time. But she's just always on that thing. She needs to find a different spot. Sit on the couch once in a while. Screwed. We are doomed. I don't think that's true. What was I checking? I was checking my portfolio. Oh, I can check that on CoinMarketCap, which is going to tell me I'm down by how much? How much do you guys think I'm down by today in the last 24 hours? Down by 8.9% in my portfolio. What do you think that I'm down, dollar figure wise? It's not something that I'm worried about. I mean, it's something that I've maybe become a little bit desensitized to because I understand what I'm looking for, which is long term. What do you guys think that I'm down? 108K Bitcoin was the top. We are screwed. So when you look at and understand Bitcoin's top in different scenarios, Bitcoin's top doesn't mean the market doesn't stop moving in a positive direction. Bitcoin had a movement up to 62, 63, 65, 69,000, 70,000, all of those things. But you saw, things like Ethereum and things like Shiba Inu and things like, trying to think back then, right? BNB and XRP and many things that had a lot of positivity in the last altcoin season. We haven't seen altcoin season yet. We haven't seen when Bitcoin drops below 40% dominance and stuff like that. So yeah, 45K, 12K, $500, maybe 1K. That's how much you think I'm down in my overall portfolio. 12,000, $6,000, $400 down, $20,000 down, 1.6 million. Jesus, that would be crazy. I'm not at that level yet. So the total is 55K. I can't really look at how much it's down over the last maybe month, but that would be interesting. I definitely believe it's like a good 200 grand. But yeah, it's crazy to see that. I've become desensitized to it because I can see the different levels, one of what I'm invested into, and I can see the diversity. So I'm not upset with it. I can see like overall positions, like XRP being down by 9%, Yearn Finance being down by 7%, Chronos being down by 7%, 9% for Jasmy Coin, 9% for Litecoin. I feel like these opportunities are massive. And the positions that I'm are some of my top plays. The opportunities and where they are absolutely massive and where they're going to be, in my opinion. Again, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm not going to tell you that you have to invest into these plays. But yeah, there's so much opportunities, so much opportunity that's out there. No decision on the XRP case. Yeah, I don't have any news on that, and I would say that we're still in the same spot basically. Um, wasn't far off. Yeah, I mean, 40. What was it? 45K. Yeah, yeah, you weren't far off. Run from the bear market. Is that what you're saying? Will XRP hit $25? Will it hit $25? I think it will. I'm looking at kind of not the peak level, but definitely peak level for my portfolio, or at least I wouldn't say short term, but for my portfolio and the different targets that I'm looking to sell at. Obviously, 100 is kind of my level. That will majority of it will be gone, but then having a decent amount left over to still see, the extra hundreds, if possible, depending on what does happen. I do see levels like $10 and $20 happening more shorter term than what we see within that longer term of 50 and 75 and $100 to see everything established. But I do believe that XRP is going to be in the multiple trillions. I do believe that XRP is going to be the number one cryptocurrency in the world, just based on use. And, obviously the utility is going to be massive. And when you look at things like Bitcoin, and you could say Bitcoin was supposed to be the world currency and now is really just a store of value, XRP is set up to be that. And nothing else is even close to being set up as that, to being as popular as that, to be in a position, a great position to be that. No other coin is there. No other cryptocurrency, no other project is there. So I know for a fact that those are going to be the cases. Matt Moore says XRP is absolutely trash. What is he seeing that you are not seeing? I mean, he's more of a traditionalist investor. He's not really as much about crypto. No, like shade to him at all. From what I understand, it's or how I understand him, he's more about the traditional markets rather than cryptocurrency. He understands crypto in a way, but it's not really about crypto being a major part in the world. It's about the companies that will utilize crypto that he's more for, right? It's not saying they will utilize crypto. It's just saying he's for those companies, right? Whether it's a tech company or a pharmaceutical company or whatever, he's more into that side of things. And recently it's been more on the political side of things from what I've seen. So I haven't seen much from him recently, but I mean, maybe the last 4 months I might have seen one live stream on Rumble, I think it was. But I haven't been on Rumble in a very long time. I don't even know my login to Rumble at the moment, and I can't for some reason figure out the streams right now. Don't know what's going on. It's just not linking, and I've tried to do it multiple times with multi-stream. It just hasn't worked. Uh, when your mom tells you to buy XRP, you know it's cooked. When your mom tells you to buy XRP, you know it's cooked. Um, it will take decades for that to happen. I don't agree. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not gonna say that things will never happen. I'm not that type of person. That's why I've been able to have the success that I've had, is because I'm not that person. People that usually are that person that say that it will never happen or something will never happen, they use absolutes and they limit themselves. which is definitely eye-opening, because what you'll notice is within your life, you limit yourself at work, you limit yourself in investing, you limit yourself in relationships, you limit yourself just everywhere that you can, because you say, no, I don't accept that. No, I don't like broccoli as a child. No, I don't do this. No, I don't do that. And it's interesting because you see it, right? Once you say, nope, will never happen, I can tell how your life has been your entire life before this. So it's crazy. Dude, I've been investing in crypto since 2017. Not saying that just because you're invested into something doesn't mean that you're not making horrible decisions on a daily basis. I've invested into crypto since 2019, 2020. So definitely not as long as you. I've understood crypto and heard about crypto since college, 2013. Didn't invest into it then, been investing into the stock markets. I've made tons of mistakes into the stock market, and I've gone so many years telling myself, no, I will not do this because of this reason. And I've limited myself many times, and now I don't limit myself. I understand and try and understand many different places in the market, many different sides of investing. I want to get more into real estate. I want to go more into collecting. I want to understand so many different things. So yeah, you go to the gym, you look buffer. I go to the gym probably. I have a home gym, but yes, I work out pretty frequently. But thank you for noticing. I shouldn't look buffer. I should look a little bit slimmer because I lost about 10, 12 pounds in the last 4 or 5 weeks. 3 weeks actually. Lost 12. That's a little unhealthy to lose that much in that short period of time. But yeah, I lost about 12 pounds. Could have been more, but yes, 2 days in a row, I didn't really eat the healthiest because I didn't feel like cooking. But yes, I do go to the gym. Thank you for noticing anything, about my health. Health is wealth. Um, I watched you earn $200 plus on a trade yesterday. Surely you do that every day. You don't need to go to work. I'd make trading my day job if I could do that. Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. I wouldn't say that every day is always just like a 200 spot that you make, or $300 that you make, but you can find a way to do that. Especially in markets that you can predict. It's very difficult in a market that's unpredictable. So cryptocurrency, it's been a little bit more difficult to say on a daily basis I can gain $100, $200. But yeah, if you can find a strategy to where you can gain $200 a day, that can completely take over your income, or a normal person's income, right? If the average income is 50, I want to say it's 50. I may be removed from this average, and it depends on certain areas. Uh, 40. It's $39,982, which again, the cost of the goods and all that stuff, it's just exceeding that. But this is 2023. Why are we missing so much data? Give me 2024, and maybe because we just finished 2024, so I'll say that's the case. In 2024, the average salary in the United States was $62,000, a 4.5% increase from the previous year. The median weekly wage for a full-time worker is $1,165 in the third quarter of 2024. How is that much of a difference? That's way more than a 4.5% increase over previous years. Over 2023, it just said that 2023 was 40,000. Right? If this grew by $20,000, it grew by 50%. Right? That doesn't make sense. So, anyways, it says 62,000. from here. This is the 2024 US. It comes from Kit People. Doesn't seem like the most um, well-renowned website, respected website. But either way, right, you can make a decent amount, um, getting $200, $300 a day that could take over your income, or at least take over a large part of it, or give you extra income if you are doing it the right way. So yeah, I was able to make $300 within that day. There's a lot of days that I'm looking to make not as much as possible, but definitely have a time to where I take my initial investment, take some profit. When I was day trading, I was looking to make $100 a day, which I did do. But yeah, if you find a way to do that, you can supplement your income. Guys, we have 200 people that are here. If you could hit that like button, get me to 100 likes, I would greatly appreciate it. You said this is the final shakeout. That would be amazing if it is. Let me go to my watch list instead of my portfolio. I'll go to my watch list. The things that I have on my watch list are the things that are in my portfolio as well. And you can see some of these things that are down a massive amount, like Swiftcoin and Caspa and Grok and all of those other things that are down. Everything seems like is red within my portfolio. It seems like everything is struggling today, which again, not concerned about, not upset about. I'm perfectly fine with. I wish I had money to invest right now, because seeing Ethereum at 2,100 is phenomenal. These people are times when I don't want to look at my portfolio, or these are times when you don't want to look at your portfolio. Only plan to take 2 to 3 workplaces, and I can buy a lot of crypto. I hear you. Dude, you like quant? I like quant. I'm just not invested in the quant. I think quant, there was another opportunity to get into quant more recently, but it still was above the cost basis that I wanted to purchase at, which was like $46. And I think right now it was, at least the last time I checked, it was at like $100 is at like $90 right now. It's down by 10%. But I think quant is great. I like it. I like the opportunity of having, circulating supply of 12 million. I feel like that's, gives it so much opportunity to grow to hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and be worth, in the single digit billions still, right? So, and even get a potential chance to get to thousands of dollars per coin. Uh, let me peep your keyboard. What keyboard? The keyboard that I have is just a Logitech keyboard. Give me a second. Yeah, it's just a Logitech keyboard. Simple. I didn't get anything special. I do have the Logitech mouse. I like this mouse here. I got it plugged in, but let me get this out. Yeah, I like this mouse a lot. What's this called? The Master Mouse or something? I got it like 2 years ago, and it's lasted me a long time. Love it. I haven't used all the features for it though. Sometimes I accidentally use the features where I accidentally click one of the buttons to take me back or go forward. Minimum wage here in the UK is about $11 an hour. Is that good? He gets new keys. It sounds clacky. I love clack. It's not. No, it's probably just the microphone. It's a little bit more sensitive. Seems like it, because every time I stop, you can kind of still hear a little bit of something. Liked, subbed. Well, thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. What do I think the bottom is of this uh, bearish time period of this fall, I would say you're definitely looking at um, the February 2nd to February 3rd as kind of that range to where it could break lower, but definitely have a strong bounce around that level. So um, everything it seemed like was at a lower level during that time period, which currently Bitcoin, again, at about $80,000. If you look at over not only the last month for February 3rd for Bitcoin, it wasn't really at a low level, but everything else was. Right, February 2nd, February 3rd, you saw this fall down to 93 in February. Yeah, it was around February 2nd to February 3rd. You saw that low level. You can also see that in comparison to, let's say, Ethereum. The lowest level during that time period is also for Ethereum 2,500. So these low levels, that seemed a little bit aggressive. Let's looking at XRP. Let's see XRP. So it's not showing as they were actually at a super low level, but this was at like $1.95, I want to say. So I don't know why it's showing up like that on Coin Market Cap. Looks a little bit weird. So let me go over to here and go over to BTCC, which uses TradingView. And you look at those time periods, you could say that during that time period, we're actually exceeding that level for Ethereum. So if we make it a little bit longer, we start to look at even lower figures, which actually go back to June. It'd be crazy. $900, that would be crazy, but that's not something that I'm looking for as one of the lowest levels. I'm definitely, you definitely can say where we are at now should be a stronger support because of the fact that you had a previous high level of 2,100, and then seeing this double touch point, kind of where we are right now from August 2024 to where we are now in 2025. So it looks like it should be a very strong point, a very strong support level. However, if the markets are going to continue to drop, you'll see that continuation of liquidation to bring it down even lower, which would be amazing if we could find Ethereum. Again, I'm not worried about anything, dropping down lower and lower, because what I'm always looking for is opportunities to buy more. Now, for the ones that I'm done buying, I would say like XRP, I'm done buying. I have 200,000 XRP, 210,000 XRP, but I will buy leverage trading. But for the ones that I still feel like I want to buy more or hold more, like an Ethereum, like a maybe a BNB, or like a Cardano or Avalanche or whatever, it would be great to find those even lower levels. I think my cost basis for Solana, if I go back here and go to watch list, my cost basis for Solana, I believe, is like one something, like 110. And currently sitting at 130 is insane to see it drop by 27% down to a $65 billion market cap. But I see so much more in where this is going to go and how much it's going to be worth. So I would love to have more Solana, because I think in total, I only have like a good 6 or 7, maybe 8,000. Go to my portfolio real quick. I have 6,000 total that's there.
$5 for super chat. What's your thoughts on the SEC saying meme coins are not securities? Adlo, check out SGROK on ETH ending in 34C7.
So, one, thank you for the super chat. What are my thoughts about the SEC saying meme coins are not securities? I wasn't aware of that, but I don't think that any cryptocurrency should be labeled as a security. I think that should be, standard. So seeing the I would say, no offense, the lowest level of what crypto is as of meme coins, saying that's not a security that opens up a huge door and a huge sigh of relief for everything that is utility, everything that does have a reason to be held that's out there. So great to see that. I don't know what SGROC is. I'll have to give it a look, but I don't know if I'll be able to bring it up on the screen. Let me duplicate this and let me go to SGROC. Is it Super Grok? Yeah, I don't want to bring that up just because of the low market cap and everything, but it's always great to try and find newer opportunities. But yeah, I'm not going to say if it is it or not it. But yeah, I don't really have an opinion, especially one that I want to bring, especially with a 370 or $357,000 market cap. It's not something that I'm looking to see any type of growth in. Like I'm not looking to push something to grow to millions of dollars worth of market cap and it only moving because I said it or showed it. So, but as for meme coins, I think it's very interesting to again see the lowest level of what cryptocurrency is and know that that's accepted as not a security and accepted as whatever you consider cryptocurrency as. Um, it's funny. I'll just leave it alone. I don't even care. But appreciate you coming by and putting your comments there. If I don't feel like mentioning your comments, um, I won't. Or if I didn't read your comments, I don't want people to get just upset with the fact that I didn't read it and find ways to try and maybe insult me in a way, and it's interesting. Um, or try to insult me. Good morning. What a wonderful day. It is a wonderful day. I have 200K H bar as well. Is that good? I don't think it's a bad thing. I think H bar has a lot of promise as well. Definitely more than what you consider a meme coin. Obviously, it's more utility than anything. So I don't think that's bad. Not at all. Message me. I'll send you a keyboard. I think I'm fine. I don't do enough either gaming on the computer or typing on the computer, so it doesn't really make sense for me to even care about having a super clacky keyboard. This gets the job done and it works fine for me. I don't like something that's extra clacky anyways. Right? I would like it if I was consistently using it to know that I'm pressing something, but I don't care for it at all. All I'm doing is typing titles and going through thumbnails, and that's pretty much it. I don't really do much else when it comes to typing. Any thoughts on SEI? I mean, I'm not invested into it. I do like it though. I've heard a lot of people that are huge fans of SEI. But again, I'm not invested into it. I have many different cryptocurrencies, and just because I'm not invested into it doesn't mean that I don't believe in it. Doesn't mean that I don't see the future and the success in what that is. Right? It's currently sitting at a $1.09 billion market cap at a 23-cent price. It is down by 14% today. If we look at the all-time high price, the all-time high is $1.14. The high for the day is 27 cents. So even to the all-time high, which was about a year ago, March 15th, 2024, you're looking at about a 4x, maybe getting closer to a 5x in your investment. Phenomenal up to that level, and that's not even showing exactly where the highest point it's ever going to get is. It's showing where the highest point it has been, but not the highest point it's ever it's ever going to get to, right? So that's good to see, to know that you have so much promise within that time period, and to be able to see it, get to a level of $1, so you get to $1.14 or so, is phenomenal, and seeing it even get to a level of 70 cents is phenomenal. So from these low levels up to this level, it's showing a lot of a little bit more volatility, more peaks and valleys. And right now we are in a valley, meaning that there's kind of a lot of opportunity that's here. Now, when we look at the total supply, you do have 4.65 billion coins in circulating supply, which is about half of the total supply that's there of 10 billion. So it's not a complete dilution, but it is something that you still can see some dilution on as time goes on. However, that distribution method actually is. Markets that's available on, you can buy it on Coinbase, buy it on Binance. It's just something that I don't have at the moment. Could be a huge play for a lot of people. I hear some positive things coming out of it, but yeah, I just don't have it. Now, again, I think I was going into Solana. I was going to show something with Solana. I'll go to my watch list. We'll look at Solana, which is currently at 130. My cost basis is 150. Am I right by saying? I did check it, I think. Let me go back here. Let me look at my cost basis. Because I have 33 over here, and I have 20 that's sitting in my Ledger wallet. I would love to just gather a lot more, because currently I'm down on that play, right? My cost basis is 154. I thought it was 110, 154. And I would love to lower that cost basis. I would love to continue to buy more, because I know what Solana is going to be in the end. But again, you would have to spend a lot of money. I currently only have $6,000 worth of Solana, $6,000 or $7,000 worth of Solana, and that's in comparison to the XRP that I have and how much that's worth, and even CRO. I would like to have more CRO. Where's CRO at? CRO is at like 7 cents, which means that I could potentially get up to a million if I had enough money to, because right now I have about 400,000. I would love to be able to get up to a million. What you see in Jasmy at the moment? I mean, I don't see anything brand new in the Jasmy. I still have my same mindset. I still have a million Jasmy coin. I still see it going to a level of $1 to $1.50, getting to a 50 or $75 billion market cap. But right now, it's the thing that I see is opportunity. I think where Jasmy coin is, it keeps giving people these opportunities that a lot of people don't take advantage of, right? When you see Jasmy coin at $1 or 1.7 cents, less than 2 cents, less than $1 billion market cap, it has so much promise, so much hope, so much push within this, that it's just a no-brainer, right? It makes me want to honestly purchase Jasmy coin. And you know what? That's going to be my next purchase over here in BTCC, is going to be Jasmy, where it stands right now. If we see it continue to drop, then it's not going to break the bank, and I will find a lower level to purchase in at. But from a level of 1.7 cents, I feel as though a 10 or 20x leverage is definitely something I want to sit on. So I'm going to do a 20x leverage, and we'll do about $50 or maybe $100. We'll do about $60. So that's the first thing I landed on. So we'll do about $60 at a 20x leverage, which will give me a contract value of $1,213. I will open a Jasmy coin position. It doesn't mean that it's a given that will be the case, but I am going to set a stop loss. Did I open the position or did it not? It didn't open the position. So now it opened the position. And since I did a 20x leverage, it's going to be 5%. 5% would be about $60. So if it drops by 5%, I end up losing the $60 that I put in there, which could be the case, right? We see it dropping already. It could drop another 5% easily. But this is going to be a quick $60 investment there, but still setting a stop loss and obviously getting up to a higher level. Let's see this, right? As you see the take profit and it gets back up to 0.05 cents, that would be a $2,284 gain that's there. So that all depends. Again, it's not a given that that will be the case, and most likely I'll find a place where I gain my initial investment and gather that initial investment. But these are just plays that I'm putting through briefly, and we'll see how that all pans out. Especially with it being at a low level, we could see it kind of make the complete reversal, and when the market's open. XRP to $10,000 before 2030. That would be great. I'm not going to hold majority of my XRP at those levels, but I will still have a decent amount of XRP. If XRP gets to $10,000, there's a lot of XRP that's coming off the table. Just because, from the investment side of things, yes, because of the use of that, but during the time period of reach up to even a tenth of that, right? $1,000, there's going to be a lot of XRP that's coming off the table, but there's still going to be a decent amount of my portfolio that will be held because there's no reason to do anything with it after that, right? I wish I could buy more. So do I. CRO will hit $100. CRO definitely has a chances to do so. Right now I'm looking at the lower levels, and then we could start to look into the burn rate as well as the burns that they do and the use case that is established. So right now I'm looking at the $1 to $3 level, just to be able to take not only initial investment but also a decent amount of profit within it. Now, if I could find a place to where I can buy more CRO right now, I would love to get 1 million CRO, because then $1 to $3 opens up the door for $1 million to $3 million worth of gains within that play. But right now, it's more likely about 400,000 to $1.2 million worth of gains, which is still fantastic. But as we have targets that are hit, it's not going to be that $1.2 million. It's going to be more likely hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is still okay. I still will take it either way, because if I was invested in the stock market within a year, I would probably gain 10 to 20%. And it could even be 5%, depending on the year. But yeah, I wish I could buy more. Wish I could hold more. Wish I could buy more. Yeah, a lot of things that are on my watch list, some more notable ones. I do want to own a lot more Solana, because if I go back to, if I go to my portfolio, which you guys can't see, XRP is the top by far, but then you have a lot of others that are hovering, or a few others that are hovering around the same level, right? Whether you're talking about Yearn Finance or Chronos, where that's hovering, Jasmy going and where that stands. Like, I'm down on CRO, and again, not worried about it. My cost basis on that play is 12 cents. So where I have it right now would be phenomenal to buy another $7,000 worth of CRO, because that would be another 100,000 CRO. So I've been looking at that, and the best place to buy it for me would be crypto.com, which I could technically, I think I have a decent amount in MetaMask that I could send over. Not $7,000 though. I don't have $7,000. Wish I did, but I don't have $7,000 over there. I have about 5,000 over there. Also, I've received two coins that are currently worth thousands of dollars that someone either gave me or put into my account that I physically cannot do anything with, and I don't want to do anything with because I hear about these scams of where they send you coins and you sell it and they immediately have access to your account and all this other stuff. I just want the coin to kind of go away, to not show in my account, which I don't know how to do that. Oh, I just did it. Yeah, so I'll hide those coins because there's no point. It's always something new with the house. Um, wait, OWLs from like Hogwarts. Um, See, XRP is waiting for the SEC case to be finished with, and then boom. I mean, that'll be part of it. Crypto is a casino, baby. I mean, at the moment where you think about it, the speculativeness, I don't think that's a word, is definitely more casino-like because, you never know what's going to happen, right? It's a market that doesn't truly have a direction based on, varying factors, right? It only moves based on, like, say, if Bitcoin's running in a certain way, everything will really run in that way. For the stock market, you can have different sectors that are running and there's other sectors that aren't.
For super chat. Can you give a little breakdown on VBCN? That what's a good amount to have?
So I don't know what that is. I might not be able to give a breakdown on that play, but I will look at it. I guess I can. It's currently at a $112 million market cap, so that's not bad. Right? I'm not going to have an impact to it because I don't have that much of an audience to have that much of an impact. Right? If I had millions of people that were watching me, not like live, that's like a record to have like a million people that are watching you on a stream. But if I had, let's say, thousands of people or millions of subscribers, then that's where I probably just wouldn't really show anything that's considered even close to a low market cap. But $112 million market cap with $23 million worth of volume. Total supply, it's great to have majority of the supply that is in circulation. That's fantastic. Volume to market cap ratio shows that it has a level of popularity right now, especially, and seeing it only down by 3% while the rest of the market is down by what seems like an average of 12% is crazy. Sorry, an average of 10%. But yeah, $23 million worth of volume, 21% volume to market cap ratio. If we look at the markets that's available on, you can buy it on OKX, you can buy it on BitGet, MEXC. It looks like it doesn't have any S-tier exchanges. You can buy it on crypto.com, but crypto.com, in my opinion, is not an S-tier exchange yet. But you can buy it on many other places, which shows that it does have a massive amount of availability, majority of that coming from Gate.io and what seems like a lot of asterisks behind it, but HTX, if we want to take that out and say that OKX is definitely a larger one, then sure, you can do that. Let's look at the history. So in the last 7 days, down by 10%. The last month, it's actually up by 39%. The last year, it's down by 38% in all history, which was from April of 2024. Give that same 39%, right? It got to a high here of about 30% of a penny, which shows that it could have a massive amount of popularity or massive amount of growth, because that's still only like a 300 or not even a $65 million market cap. They must have added coins because it currently sits at a 112 while it's definitely at a like half the price. So they must have added coins and added to the circulating supply. But it could show some decent promise depending on really what it does, which honestly it's sitting in that sweet spot that I like, 322 by market cap, showing that it has it has a decent size following, audience attention to sit at a level of 33, to be at a 322, and sit at a $100+ million market cap. Now, if it gets the availability to be on an S-tier exchange like a Binance or a Coinbase, then it gives you a little bit more push, and a little bit more acceptance, especially in the US, because right now you only have crypto.com. I don't even think you have the availability on Kraken either. So you have no real like major US exchanges that you could potentially use, or that you can use. So having those on the list, Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, could definitely give you not only just a leg up, but also see in just the base value a 3 to 5x within just those gains from here. So again, depending on what it is and what it's for, and if it could be usable everywhere, then yeah, that could be huge. But definitely opened your eyes a little bit, because again, it's off of the first page. That first page is what a lot of people look at and they're like, I want to put so much money into this or so much money into that, and they ignore the second, third, fourth, fifth page, when those are the places to where they can gain hundreds of percent, maybe even thousands of percent. And this could be one of them. So keep an eye out on it. I'll keep an eye out on it, and maybe add it to like a watch list here and just see. Maybe a new opportunity coin. Just check that out a little bit, and we'll see what that gives you. I don't have any, and nor can I find a way to really get any at the moment. I mean, I guess it's a Solana contract, so I could buy it on my Coinbase wallet, but yeah, I don't have any other exchanges. I guess crypto.com I could, but I only have my CRO over there. But it looks very interesting. I like coins like this that are in the middle of the road. Not many people are talking about it, and then all of a sudden start talking about it, right? Jasmy coin was one of those and gained a ton of popularity. Swift coin, one of those, gained a ton of popularity, right? And still is not at the max popularity yet. So there's many opportunities that are like that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the look on that play, because it could be something that shakes out. There's a this coin, Swift and Stellar connection. They got a commercial out right now. That's good. I woke up and my head started to hurt. When I looked at my pathetic portfolio. I hear you. It doesn't look the best, right? My portfolio either. It doesn't look the best. It's on Uphold. Okay, then that's another opportunity to be able to purchase that. Back to the bread line, fellas. To the bread line. That's hilarious. I gotta get some more of this Bath and Body Works single barrel bourbon beard oil. I like this stuff. And they don't sell it in every single Bath and Body Works. I went to the two that are closest to me, and they don't have it. So I need to find. I think King of Prussia has it. So I might have to go there and get it, or order it online. I don't know if that's a thing. If they even ship those. I wish I sold the top and bought the bottom. We all do, but it's so difficult to actually do that, because you think about it. Hold up. You think about it, if you bought low, you sold at the top, right? It's a tricky game that the markets play on you, because let's say XRP gets to $3.40, drops down to, I believe it's sub $3. It's like $2.50 or something. Like, it drops down low. and then starts to increase again and get back up to a level of like 290 or close to $3, maybe even surpassing $3 again. And that tricks you, right? You think that, the 290 level is the low. And yes, it does save you money because maybe you're able to get the same amount of coins for less by selling at $3, but then buying back in at 290 or 250 or whatever. But who's to say that you bought at that low level, right? Maybe you thought $3 was the low level and that's where you decided to buy. It's so difficult to figure out exactly where that is. Yes, in right now you can look back and go, I could have bought here and I could have sold there, I could have bought here. But during that time period when it's actually happening, it's very difficult to figure out whether it is the low, because that's a huge decision, or whether it is the high. Because again, that's a huge decision, right? If you get out of that play completely, you are taking all your chips off the table. And there's many people that probably did the same thing when it got to a level of $1, when it got to a level of $2, when it got to a level of $2.50 and $3, and saw it go up to $3.40, and they're like, crap, I should have never sold. Why did I sell my coins? And then they get back in, they buy back in at a high point, and now they're losing money, right? It's so difficult to time the market because it's like you have that large FOMO, that large fear of missing out on whatever that opportunity is, buying in low or selling your coins at the highest level possible. I could tell you, out of my years of investing, I probably have only invested into the low, like bought the true low of a position twice. Out of all of the positions that I ever bought, I've probably only bought the true low of a position twice. And I've probably only sold at the top. I honestly can't even think of one, but I would probably say if there is one, it's only one, right? It's very difficult to sell at the top. It's very, very difficult to buy at the bottom. So again, out of all of my years of investing, there's only one or two situations, that I bought at the low. And I can name one of those more recently, which was Terra Luna Classic. That was the lowest possible point that I could have invested. And honestly, it was by mistake. It was a low point, and I knew it was a low point, but did I think it was the lowest point possible? No. MetaMask gave me the price. They suggested the price, and I was like, that's a steal. I bought it, which now come to find out, that is a price that no one, like literally no one has reported, right? I bought at a level of 6 zeros and a 6. The lowest reported level, which is on CoinGecko, is 6 zeros and a 9. So there's no other place that said it got that low to 6 zeros and a 6. But I have it at where I invested $43 and got 60 plus million coins, which works out to being 0.00000065. So again, that's the lowest possible point that I've ever invested into a play. And everywhere else I invest low, but it's definitely not the lowest point. There's times where in each investment that I have, I've been negative, right? XRP, I was negative at times. Jasmy coin, I was negative at times, right? Solana, I'm negative right now. Ethereum, I'm negative right now. Well, no, I'm not, because I invested at $2,095. So, but either way, I've had times where I was negative, and in everything that I own. And that's just because I don't invest at the lowest possible point. I invest at low points that I believe in above where it's at. So if I invest into Ethereum at $2,000 and it goes down to $1,500, I still believe that it's going to go above $2,000. It's a no-brainer. And that's how you have to look at it, with a long-term mindset. Anyways, I got into a little bit of a spiel, a little bit of a I guess a super breakdown there. I don't know. Why does stocks always fall after doing good? They never do good for long. I wouldn't say never, but it's definitely more difficult to see that, especially during tax season. It's going to be crazy difficult. And during more of a bearish market, you see some positivity, but it's proven that the stock market goes down more than it goes up. So if you're invested for the long term, you're going to see the level that it goes up. It'll increase consistently for the overall market. However, the amount of days that it goes down, it's you have more red days than you have green days. It just means that the green days are a little bit more aggressive than those red days. But yeah, I know what you're saying. You never really have these days to where it just consistently grows and just looks green all the time. Yeah, I mean, you're never going to have that. But you will have some time periods where you'll have more days to be green, but you'll still have some red days mixed in there, which means that it's not going to be red for a week straight or a month straight. You're going to see some red days in there. You should have sold, Matt. Why should I have sold? This is the thing. For a lot of people, investing is about the short term. It's about what have you done for me lately. I'm not worried about that. If you worry about that too much, you miss out on the longer term opportunity. If so many people sold Bitcoin when it hit $400, then which people did do, you lose out on the opportunity to make millions of dollars. Right? The person that just wanted 2 pizzas, and it keeps going back to that, but the person that wanted 2 pizzas and sold 10,000 Bitcoin, and they may say that they don't regret it and that it was great at that. You regret it. If you would have held on to that, you would have made so much more money. But who's to say that he would have held on to it? Who's to say that just because he didn't buy those pizzas with it, he wouldn't then decide to sell it because it's worth $1,000 per coin, or $2,000 per coin, or $20,000 per coin? Who's to say that he wouldn't sell it then? It's very difficult to say that you would just hold on to it, because if you didn't sell then, you wouldn't sell at even higher points. That makes no sense, right? But if you can have a strategy to give yourself that long-term outcome, you can make a lot of money in the end, right? It's just like retiring, right? Your retirement accounts, they don't turn into $1 million overnight, right? Your retirement accounts are going to take some time. You may gain 10%, 12%, 20% in 1 year, and throughout the next 20, 30 years, or maybe 40 years, however long you work for, you could then have maybe $1 million or multiple millions of dollars based on your consistency in investing into the markets, right? So it's not something that I'm like, oh, I should have sold. No, that's not in my plan to sell at these levels. If my if my price targets get hit, then I sell. If my price targets don't get hit, then I don't sell. Right? That's just how that goes. I have exit plans for everything that I'm investing into. And when those target prices get hit, I sell something, collect my initial investment, collect profit, sit on whatever is left. Right? Then I hit another price target, sell what I wanted to sell, to sit on whatever that's left, and just continue to take profit as time goes on with different positions that I hold. Because everything will have a different point to where it hits a high point or it hits your profit target level, right? XRP may hit $5 before CRO decides to hit $1, right? $1.25. XRP may hit $10 before Solana gets to $5 or whatever dollars it gets to, right? I said 5, but 500 or 5,000. So you never know. Like, not everything is going to hit those highs at the same time. Not everything is going to hit your targets at the same time. Yes, it will hit the high, like the highest point for altcoin season. Typically, you see everything hit the highest level at that time period. So everything will hit that level at that time. But my profit target, or my my level of taking some of that profit or initial investment, might be way sooner for XRP, way later for Terra Luna Classic, in the middle for Jasmy coin, super late for Solana, whatever. Any reason why the downturn? I think it's more government, uh, the government side of things and the different decision making there, as well as I think tax season is a big factor in that. Typically around tax season last year, the same thing happened where you see tax season not really create as much of a positive impact on things. Just because people are paying their taxes, they're taking money out where they believed money was going to be able to gain interest, but they had all of their money to pay taxes in that area. Now, most people are not paying a massive amount of taxes like I'm paying, unless you have a business, and even if you do, you paid quarterly, which I just made the mistake in not paying quarterly, which means I'm going to incur a fine or a fee that I have to pay, which sucks, but whatever. We can go to all-time high, surely. For what? We need to shake out and remove long positions before going up. And yeah, I think you're right. You do need to have a shakeout, but it's more of the shakeout for people that are about the short term, right? If you claim that you're for the long term, but you don't have that mindset, and you see the negativity and you're like, I need to get out. That's not a long term mindset. That's not something that you look at and go, you know what, I'm gonna hold forever. But you're complaining about it dropping by 7% or 20% over the last 7 days. It's not something that bothers me, right? Because I don't need the money even this year, right? I could see it in 2026 and I literally will still have the same amount of cryptocurrency because I don't need the money right now. If I needed the money, it's a different story, right? Then I start taking my profit and do all that. But I don't need the money, and it's supposed to be something that does hold for a longer period of time. Thank you very much, Matthew. Yeah, no problem. Again, there's a lot of reasons as to why we could see a downturn in the crypto markets as well as the stock market, um, and it's not all contributing to one reason. It's just depending on what my opinion is, and I think you can find a lot more that's out there as well, and it really is just multiple opinions that they claim as facts. Now, what do you think happens when exchanges run out? What do you think happens when exchanges run out of what? Real question, kind of scary. When exchanges run out of what? Like run out of cryptocurrency to sell? You win, Matt. I win? I don't hope. I don't know what I'm winning, but thank you. I don't try and win. I refuse to be shaken out. I hear you. I'm right there with you. Market makers and institutions need to fill their bags. Shaking out weak retail is what they do. It's very true. And I know a lot of that is led by ETFs, ETF outflows. You see a lot of that, and seeing what would be classified as traditionalists, getting out. Yeah, it's something that does um, shake out a lot of people. Hold your bags till 2028, especially the ISO tokens. I think that anybody should take their profit whenever they feel like they should take their profit. Um, but I don't think you should be shaken out for a loss during these times where um, you haven't even experienced altcoin season yet. And if altcoin season comes late, it comes late. But the point is that it's going to happen. This morning is rough. It does seem a little bit rough as you look at the markets and how far things are down. My watch list just looks horrid. Um, but I pretty much have to get out of here. I have 1 minute until an hour and 30, and then I have to get prepared to get the kids ready for school. I think if I'm wrong, if I'm not wrong, he meant run out of liquidity. So if they run out of liquidity, meaning that they don't have enough cryptocurrency to sell, obviously they will go out and just get more. Yes, if you don't have enough coins available to, like, say if you're buying, like people are buying up too many coins and you don't have enough cryptocurrency to sell, certain coins might be that way. So something like a farm coin or something like a YFI might be difficult to either offload or buy more of, because there's only 36,000 YFI that's available, to which Coinbase probably only has thousands of it, right? It's a small fraction of that. Not a super small fraction, but a fraction. But they'll just go out and get more, right? They have the money. As more activities happening, they have more money to go out and get more of what's popular, right? Yes, they will limit. So you, even if you see like somebody buying some, you're going to see people that are selling some as well, especially on exchanges where you can have easy access to money, right? Easy access to cash flow. So what people will do is they will trade directly to USDT or USDC or cash in general, and you'll have those coins that are available. If you have somebody buying, you have somebody selling, right? So you're going to see that continue to go back and forth. But depending on what the coins are, right? If they have lower liquidity to begin with because they have less coins, like a YFI, like a farm coin. I'm trying to think of some other ones that are there. It may be a little bit difficult, and you might see a lot of buys and sells that are going unfilled because there's nothing available there. And but I would say you're probably not going to see that overall. You'll probably see it with certain positions that catch a lot of FOMO and a lot of hype and attention. And until they decide to go out and get more, you kind of are relying on others that are deciding to sell. Like what you had with Dogecoin and how fast Dogecoin was running, and how Coinbase was stalling and many others were stalling, and you didn't have access to buying in many places. That's what happens. But yeah. What's something you think is a good buy? I think Litecoin is a great play. I think Avalanche is a great buy right now, where it's at $21. I think Solana at 133. I currently hold it at 150. I think it's still a great buy for the long term. Ethereum is fantastic right now at $2,100. Even if it goes down to 1,500, it's still a fantastic price at $2,000. Chronos, Caspa, both of these at a level of 7 cents, absolutely a steal in these prices. Jasmy coin at 17 or 1.7 cents, a steal there as well. You can say Terra Luna Classic as well, and where it stands. I have a leverage trade that goes through, but I also have a lot of Terra Luna Classic. YFI at $5,300. That has a higher price, higher ceiling, I guess, right now of about $100,000. So you have one YFI that potentially could give you $100,000 or a $95,000 gain there. So that's something that I look at and go, okay, I have 5 of them. And once it gets to that level, right, surpasses the level of like 50, I believe, that's where I will take one YFI and take it off the table, taking my initial investment as well as profit, leaving 4 YFI there for what could be in the future. But yeah. Anyways, I got to get out of here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I wish we had a lot more people that were here, but I do appreciate everybody here that had a comment, that continued with the conversation, that was very respectful. I appreciate all of you guys. That's what I care about, is creating a respectful community, people that respect others and respect me. And not necessarily have to listen to me and follow me, but just respect what people have to say, because all of it is their opinions. My opinion, their opinion. And you have to respect what they do have to say. Obviously, if it's an insult, if it's something where they're like, I think you are a horrible person, like that's their opinion, but it's also not kind to say. Anyways, hit that like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Again, if you guys want to make some more leverage trade positions or buy outright or even demo trade, you can utilize my link for BTCC, which is in the chat, Also in the description, you can get a 10% deposit bonus as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees, and they've been around for 13 years, 500x leverage of a max. But anyways, if you don't understand leverage trading, know that you are taking a risk as you do leverage trade. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Patreon. We can talk about it. It is something where you always want to set a stop loss and always protect yourself and not just throw money places like it's gambling, right? You need to have some education behind it. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much again for watching.